Dear friends, Namaste. I am Ganesh Gajula, the spoken English expert and your well-wisher. Today I would like to talk about the main problem of the corporate job aspirants and of course its solution. We see many students, even having studied in English medium schools, can't speak in English. Even after graduation, some are facing problem in expressing themselves in English and thus failing to get good jobs in the corporate world. Leave alone speaking fluently, they dare not speak in English. The problem is not in education or educating system. The problem is the lack of practice. They can understand spoken English, but they can't respond in English properly. As I said, this is because of lack of practice and proper guidance. Usually the problem faced by the spoken English aspirants is that they fear if they speak in English, they may make mistakes grammatically or they may not be able to complete a sentence or an expression due to lack of word power. Furthermore, they feel if they make mistakes, people may laugh at them or ridicule them. Dear friends, remember one thing. Without making mistakes, learning can't happen. Making mistakes is the sign of learning new things. You will agree, no one has learnt cycling without falling down or stumbling at the initial levels. So we should never be afraid of making mistakes while learning to speak English. It's very much natural and normal. With enough practice, one can learn and pick up fluency in spoken English. Practicing spoken English can be done by preparing a small and a simple story written with small sentences and telling it orally again and again. This process one should do with about 5 simple stories. When I say a simple story, it can be as simple as the popular moral stories like Thirsty Crow, Rabbit and Tortoise and so on. The repetition of the stories will make the sentences, phrases and words used in the stories to sink into your subconscious mind. Thus, you can hold on to the English expressions and the word power comfortably. In turn, the expressions and the words will come to your help when you are communicating with the people around you. You will be able to converse in English very effectively and confidently. In addition to this, one should learn basic grammar like tense, active and passive voice. By learning thoroughly the tense, you can closely understand the verb variations in different sentences and you can speak English at different situations very correctly with minimum of errors. By telling the 5 stories over and over again orally and understanding the verb variations very closely, you can easily overcome the hurdle of spoken English problem. Last but not the least, the very important point I want to tell you in this regard is that like reading and learning the techniques of swimming won't help much unless and until one gets into waters for practicals. The same way, to learn and pick up fluency in spoken English, you should and must follow the instructions given in this and put them in your practical life, in your day-to-day life. If you just invest 1.5 hours daily for about 45 days for practicals, it's my challenge. The spoken English can be at your beck and call. I am very much sure this video will help you to get ready soon for the English speaking world and for your aspiring corporate job. Dear friends, please subscribe my channel. I am going to upload a few more videos in this series of spoken English, and so also the 5 simple stories I am talking about in the video, so that you can practice them at your home and learn spoken English and pick up its fluency without having to go to any spoken English class. All the best.